Alright guys, so we are back with this Ultimate Godzilla Kaiju tier list. Just to recap, here are the Kaijus that we have already ranked. And all of our categories, we have S, A, B, C, D. I never seen category, but I thought it was important, because if I never seen them, I don't think it's fair to rank them. And of course we have a terrible category. Those are Kaiju who I think should not have existed at all, or I think they're just pointless. So yeah, this is just a little recap of part 1. You can find part 1 in the description if you haven't seen it yet. And here are the Kaiju that we still have left to rank. Now, okay, wait. I thought I ranked these first 3 here, but I guess the tier list, something must have happened. But that's okay, at least the majority of the list is still intact. So I guess now we can go ahead and, well, get started. Well, these 3 right here, it's funny, these first 3, I had them all in the terrible category. You know, Dorats, yes, they're cute, but I feel like they ruined King Ghidorah's origin story in the Heisei series. The Mutos are just not interesting monsters at all, in my opinion. And Kaiser Ghidorah, my least favorite King Ghidorah of them all. Just hate the design. Would have been better if he stayed as Monster X. That's just my honest opinion, you guys. We have a Final Wars Godzilla here, but I already ranked the Final Wars Godzilla in the top here, so I'm just going to leave that there. I don't know what the next one is. The Mechagodzilla from the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, also going terrible. So yeah, this creature right here, I don't know what it is, so I guess I'll put it in never seen. This giant squid-like thing, which I'm assuming is just the squid that Kong ate in Kong Skull Island. Actually, no, that's terrible. That didn't even do anything. The Rodan from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Monster vs. Rodan for me is definitely a good interpretation of Rodan. I'll put him with Monster vs. Mothra. I love his like fiery appearance. The design's pretty cool as well. It just sucks that Rodan did become a follower for King Ghidorah. But hey, Monster vs. Rodan still was a really cool character. Definitely enjoyed his role in the movie. This spider thing from Kong Skull Island, I don't really care for it, so it'll go in terrible. I don't know what this is, so we're not going to rank it. The Mutos, again, dude, you could be on this list 20,000 times. You're still going in terrible. Moving on to some of the lesser Godzilla Kaiju. So moving on to the giant octopus, who we saw in Godzilla, or King Kong vs. Godzilla. We saw it in War of the Gargantuas. Was supposed to be in Frankenstein Conquers the World, an alternate ending. Giant Octopus is just like a punching bag, to be honest. You know, got pounded by Kong, got pounded by Gyra, and War of the Gargantuas. Has to go in the D rank, unfortunately. I mean, not much else to say. Same for the Giant Condor, you know, he was just a punching bag for Godzilla in Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, or Ebra Horror of the Deep, whatever you want to call the movie. And again, he appeared in stock footage in Godzilla's Revenge, so he's going with the Giant Octopus, unfortunately. Or should we put these guys in terrible? I'll put the Giant Condor in terrible because that was like the worst fight for a Godzilla fight. It was so blurry you couldn't see what was going on. Giant Octopus I'll keep there though because I did like the use of effects that was made for it. It was a practical effect and he used real octopus, so that's pretty interesting. Moving on to my man Orga. Now I put the Millennium Alien in the D rank because we only saw it for like what 5 seconds in the film. But Orga himself is actually a much better character. This man was literally, you know, he was a Millennium Alien, but he also absorbed some of Godzilla's DNA. He had Godzilla's healing factor built in. He spammed the heal button. He tried to become a Godzilla clone. I'm putting Orga in the B rank, you know. Orga's a really good character. You know, I wish you could have seen more of him, you know. I wonder what would have happened if he actually did become a Godzilla clone. It would have been a very interesting story. So that's why Orga's going in there. I believe this is the anime King Ghidorah thing. I'm just not even going to bother with these next few because I don't know what they are. This looks like another Muto, like the ones that appeared in briefly in Godzilla King of the Monsters, so that's a terrible. Moving on to the Gargantuas, Gyra and Sanda. The Gargantuas for me are going into... man, it's hard. They only appeared once, well, in official films. They did appear in the these cheap TV series in Japan, but I'm not counting those. We're just counting their core film appearance. The Gargantuas I want to put in the A rank, but unfortunately we only saw them once. I don't think it's really fair. I will put them in the B rank though. I love War of the Gargantuas. It's classic kaiju era. It's a classic kaiju era film. You know, it's awesome. You know, I love the brothers. I love their duel. I love how one was raised in the mountains, one was raised in the sea, and just hates people. Whereas Sanda, the brown one, was raised around people, so he's more friendly. You know, very interesting characters. I wish we could see more of them in a Toho film, but unfortunately, that never came to be. Okay, what are all these things right here? I have no idea what any of this is right here. So, should we even rate it? I don't think we should. It's not even fair because I've never even seen what all of this is right here. Moving on to Shin Godzilla, you guys. Shin Godzilla is going into that A rank. I love Shin Godzilla. It was a very different take on Godzilla. I love his evolutions and stuff like that. You know, Shin Godzilla. If you haven't seen Shin Godzilla in a while, I definitely recommend you rewatch it. It's a lot better than you remember. Shin Godzilla's second form, essentially it is the same character, but this second form only appeared a little briefly in the movie, so I'll put it with his first form. You know, Kamada-kun, then we have Shinagawa-kun right there. You know, Shin Godzilla's first few forms are kind of goofy looking, but, you know, that's the whole point of Shin Godzilla. He's always evolving, which is why I like the character so much. Alrighty, I guess we'll move on to... Oh, now we're getting to some Showa versions of characters. Yes, I mean, this is what I wanted. So moving into Godzilla 54, the very first Godzilla, very first kaiju to come into existence, obviously has to go into that god tier. You know, without him, we wouldn't have any of these characters on this list. You know, the original 1954 Godzilla, a true threat, who's meant to represent the atomic bomb and just create this real powerful message. You know, god tier character. You know, I don't know why he wouldn't be god tier, because literally without the 54 Godzilla, you'd have none of these other kaijus. Now, moving on to Anguirus, the 1968-1972 Anguirus. This is the Anguirus that teamed up with Godzilla and not just Showa Monsters, but also in Godzilla vs. Gigan as well. Showa Anguirus, this version is an A-tier character for me. He's Godzilla's tag team buddy, and I don't think there's much more to be said about it. Moving on to Showa Baragon. If you've seen Baragon's first appearance in Frankenstein Conquers the World, he's actually a much better monster. You know, he's like a giant puppy dog, you know? At least that's what his appearance is. But, you know, in his first film, it was actually a pretty big threat. You know, he gave Frankenstein a good run for his money. But unfortunately, we didn't see much of Baragon after that because Baragon's suit went to Subaraya Productions for the Ultra Q and the Ultraman series, where Baragon's suit was used to portray many other Ultraman monsters. And by the time Toho got the suit back as Baragon, his suit was so deteriorated that they could only use him in briefly in Showa Monsters. So that's why I didn't see much of Showa Baragon, but I also put Showa Baragon in the B rank. B for Baragon. Ebra. Where do we put Final Wars Ebra? Because I'll put them in the same category. So you put... Actually, no. I will put... you know what? Yeah, we're going to put them together. You know, Ebra is just a monster who's kind of there. You know, the movie's really good. You know, I think Godzilla vs. Sea Monster is one of the more underrated Showa movies, but the character of Ebra is just a giant lobster or a giant shrimp. Nothing interesting stands out about him. Gabra... I don't think we need to say much for Gabra. Moving on to Showa Gigan, guys. Showa Gigan is probably my favorite alien kaiju in the Showa series, next to King Ghidorah. But King Ghidorah isn't just an extraterrestrial dragon. He's not really controlled by people until later on in his appearances. But Showa Gigan, I actually really like Gigan, not just design-wise, but character-wise as well. You know, I don't really have much to say. He's just an awesome character. And Hedorah, Showa Hedorah is much better than Final Wars Hedorah because we didn't see much of Final Wars Hedorah, but the Showa Hedorah is a much better character. I'm not sure if he's worthy of getting into that A rank, but he is a B rank character for me, a high B rank. You know, I love how he is extraterrestrial like King Ghidorah. He comes to Earth, feeds on the pollution, and he evolves. You know, he evolves from his tadpole stage to his water stage to flying stage, a land stage, and then finally his final stage. You know, he's like the Frieza or the Cell of the Godzilla series, in my opinion. Him along with Destroya, they always have different forms. Alright, moving on to Kamakaris. Kamakaris is, again, just one of those monsters who's just kind of there, just a giant insect. He will join his Final Wars counterpart right there. King Caesar for me, The original King Caesar, I guess I'll put into the C rank. Actually, no, we'll put him in the B rank along with his final worst counterpart, because he actually did put up a fight against Mechagodzilla until Mechagodzilla gained the upper hand with his missiles and awesome artillery. So, yeah. And besides, you can't ignore that scene where Godzilla's holding Mechagodzilla full Nilsson, and then King Caesar comes in and just charges Mecha G. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Alrighty, what else we got? What else we got here? We got Kumonga Showaku. Kumonga, I could put him in the same rank. He was more threatening in his Showa appearance, though. Like, he killed the Kamakaris in front of Manila. Almost killed Manila or Minya, whatever the hell you want to call him, which he's actually next to rank on this list. Kumonga, crap, this is a hard one. He'll go in the low C rank for me, you know, because his first appearance, he is, like, pretty threatening. Manila, Showa Manila, or Minya, whatever you want to call him. I don't know, you guys, this is a tough one for me. Guess I'll put him in the C rank. You know, Manila's not terrible, but I just don't think he's as good of a Godzilla offspring as Godzilla Jr. from the Heisei series. Moving on to the Mysterians, Moguera, never seen it, so I'm not going to rank it. Showa Mothra, we have Showa and we have an adult Mothra. Both of these I'm going to put into the A rank because I actually love Mothra's roles in the Showa series. In her first film in 1961, you know, she was pretty badass, you know. I see why they wanted to go ahead and bring her into the Godzilla series. Then in her films with Godzilla, she's always, you know, she just always had a big presence about her. So Showa Mothra is going into that A rank. Titanosaurus. Unfortunately, Titanosaurus has only made one appearance, but he was in a tag team battle with one of the badass monsters and mechas of the whole series, so we put him into the C rank. You know, cool design, a character, you know, he was a harmful dinosaur, then he learned how to get controlled by the scientists. You know, Terra Mechagodzilla, if you haven't seen it in a while, you guys, definitely recommend you go check it out again. It's an underrated film, in my opinion. I plan to do a whole video. You know, I want to give these underrated Godzilla films more love, so keep an eye out for some reviews in the future. What else we got on here, you guys? Oh, this is tiring. There's so many kaijus on here. Damn, it's hard to... I don't know what half of these things are, so I'm just not going to rank it. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll skip. We have the Skull Crawlers from Kong Skull Island. They're kind of like the Mutos, but I think they're a little bit better. You know, they just did more. They're more threatening. You have the big ones. You have the smaller ones of these. They were pretty threatening, so I'll put them in the C rank, okay? I think that's fair to put the Skull Crawlers. Okay, this giant buffalo thing from Kong Skull Island. I don't think it's really fair to give this thing a rating. So, you know, I'll put it in the never seen because it didn't really do much. What else can we rank on here? So, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll skip down to Spacegodzilla, guys. Spacegodzilla for me, this is going to might be a controversial one. Spacegodzilla for me, guys, is an A-rank character, and let me explain why. While yes, it's true, he is another Godzilla clone, kind of like Biollante and Orga. While it is true, yes, but Spacegodzilla, like Biollante, he's not a pawn from aliens, you know? He's acting on his own will, you know? He's acting on his own accord. That's why I'm not putting him, you know, lower on this list, you know? He's not an alien pawn. You know, it would have been easy for them to make him an alien pawn, though. You know, aliens just had to get a hold of Godzilla's DNA and make their own version. But no, they actually made Spacegodzilla his own being. That's why he's so high ranked up. So, yeah, hopefully that explains that. Some people might not like that decision, but that's just what I feel. This weird log monster from Kong Skull Island, it didn't do anything, so it's going in the terrible. Now, moving on to Super Mechagodzilla. Where did we put the original Heisei Mechagodzilla? They're the same character, so I have to put them together, unfortunately. Then moving on to my man, Varan. Varan, the most underused Toho Kaiju. Varan. If you've seen Varan's original film, you guys, he is actually a pretty cool monster, you know? Definitely one of the more unique monsters of the era. And he's one of Toho's first kaiju as well. It's a shame how, you know, it went Godzilla 54, then Rodan came, then Varan came, and then Mothra came. You know, Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra, they all took off. They all skyrocketed to fame. Varan, unfortunately, got left behind, you know. which is a shame because Varan's first film was actually pretty good. You know, he was, you know, just this real interesting monster. You know, kind of like reptilian-like, kind of like he would glide too. It's a very different monster compared to Rodan and Godzilla. It's a shame we didn't get to see him more. I'll put him in the B rank though because I really do love his original film. You know, Destroy All Monsters, unfortunately they couldn't use his suit because it had aged so much. They couldn't use Varan again as much as they probably wanted to. You know, Varan was supposed to appear in GMK, but unfortunately he got scrapped for Ghidorah and Mothra. I wish we could have seen Varan. I wanted to see more what Varan can do because his first film, he was a real cool monster, but unfortunately he got sidelined. Very, very sidelined because we haven't seen him. It's kind of sad. Poor Varan. Moving on to Zilla, the Final War Zilla. Well, he is just a pawn to Alien, so he's going to join his Final Wars brethren down here. You know, he gets, you know, killed by Godzilla in 10 seconds, which everyone seems to love. Rose Biollante, again, they're the same character, but Rose Biollante for me isn't as interesting as Final Form Biollante. So I'll put her in the C rank. Alright, what else can we rank on this list, you guys? Not really much. This weird giant lizard thing that a lot of people thought was like Minya when it first came out. This giant lizard thing from Godzilla vs. Kong. We haven't seen much of it, so I'll put it in never seen, I guess, because it didn't do anything. It just ate, it ate this thing right here. So we'll put this in terrible. But the lizard thing actually looks pretty cool. You know, a lot of people were speculating that it was like a Godzilla-related offspring kind of thing. But who knows? We haven't gotten any information about it. Is this the Singular Point Godzilla? Well, I have never seen it, so I can't rank it, unfortunately. This thing from Kong Skull Island. I guess we'll put it alongside the other thing. Moving on to Godzilla 2021, the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. While it is essentially the same Godzilla in the MonsterVerse, we'll put it right there. Wait, why is Burning Godzilla down here? So they're the same character. We'll move Burning Godzilla right there because these are all the same character essentially. So yeah, we'll fix that. What else is on this list that I know? The Skullcrawler from Godzilla vs. Kong. It was just there to get killed by Mechagodzilla. Speaking of Mechagodzilla, you guys, MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla is a very interesting take on the character. Like, they made him have King Ghidorah's consciousness. You know, once King Ghidorah's consciousness took control and Mechagodzilla started acting on his own free will, that was actually pretty cool, you know? Not as badass as Kiru or the Showa Mechagodzilla, but still a very interesting take on the Mechagodzilla character. So that's why he's going into that A rank. What else is on this list that I know of? This all looks like from comic books and stuff, so it's not really fair to rank it. We have this creature from Godzilla vs. Kong. We saw it get pummeled by King Kong, so we can't really rank it, so I'll put it in never seen, because we didn't really see it do a lot. And I think that is pretty much it, you guys. Everything else is either like from the anime series or it's like part of a comic book, so I don't really think it's fair for me to put it even in never seen because I don't know what it is. So I'm just not going to rank whatever's down here. So that will be it for this tier list, you guys. This was a lot of work. There were so many kaijus to go through. That's why I had to make this a two-part video because it would have been just way too long to do in one video. But there you have it, you guys. This has been my Godzilla Kaiju tier list. Like I said, I tried to find a tier list that had Showa, Heisei, Millennium, MonsterVerse, every incarnation of a certain character, because not every monster plays the same role in each era of kaiju films. So yeah, you guys, alright, I'm exhausted. You know, doing all this talking, having to think about all these different kaijus, it's tiring. It very much is. But we got the tier list done, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to talk about any of these kaijus in the comments below, let me know. We can have a conversation. I'm more than willing to talk to you guys, hear your viewpoints on stuff. So yeah, let's just go ahead and scroll the tier list one more time. So there you have it, you guys, the ultimate Godzilla Kaiju tier list. You know, if you guys want to do this tier list, I will leave a link in the comments down below. And you guys can send me your own tier list. You know, just send a link to like, your Instagram or something. Or you can follow me on Instagram at WillVS97. And yeah, we can chat and we can share each other's tier lists. Alright guys, I'm gonna go rest my voice now. This was a lot of talking to do this whole tier list. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.